There are common mistakes that applicants repeat that get their applications rejected. I believe you've also repeated this same mistakes. In this module, we are going to discuss the common mistakes applicants make and how to avoid making those mistakes in your own scholarship application. So stay with me. I'll show you the mistakes that you need to avoid. By now, if you haven't already, please get the scholarship success guide. It will guide you through step by step on how to win scholarship applications. You can use it as your reference guide. You can refer it from time to time as you go through the stages. So the link is in the description. Go and get your scholarship guide. Okay, let's look at the common mistakes. The first one is generic essays. I have a full course on essays, what to avoid, and also when you are using AI, what to avoid when you are writing your AI, what makes your essays obvious to reviewers or scholarship committee that you used AI. So go and watch that course. The link is in the description. Generic essay. Stop writing essays that sounds like everyone, especially if you use ChatGPT or you use AI to generate your essays and you do not edit them, you submit as they are. They are going to sound the same as 10,000 other applicants from different countries. There is no personal reflection. Your essays should have a personal touch, okay? Sometimes you don't clearly answer the question. You are not responding to the question. You are writing your own thing. You have asked yourself your own question and you are deviating from the question that has been asked by the scholarship committee. What happens? You blend in, you don't stand out, you just blend into the background, you look like everybody else. So avoid writing generic essays, okay? And then the second thing is poor positioning. Sorry. When I say positioning, is how you present yourself as a candidate. If you are poorly presenting yourself, your story is unclear. It is not clear where your story began, what is happening in the present, how is your story influencing your future. So you have to get your story right. You have to be clear with your story. Your experiences don't connect. If you're not connecting your experiences, then you are poorly positioning yourself as a strong candidate. Avoid having different experiences that don't match or that are not coordinating. If you are applying for a scholarship, make sure that your experiences align with the scholarship. If not, try to show how they connect, how your experiences connect to what the scholarship is looking for. Okay? And your goals should not be vague, they should be specific and realistic. Don't just generate goals from ChatGPT that don't make sense or that sounds too unrealistic. They have to be practical and realistic. What happens if you poorly position yourself? The person who is reading your essays, your applications will not understand you. They will not understand exactly what you are saying, what you are telling about yourself. So make sure that you position yourself well and clearly. Last minute applications. I mean, this one is obvious. You cannot do your application a day before or 2 days before. You are going to rush your essays, weak structure, you are going to repeat the same mistakes that we are discussing here. So do not rush your applications because you will not submit a strong application. Have enough time to work in your applications. Be sure to document the deadlines so that you don't miss them. That is why I created the scholarship application tracker. Go and get that tracker so that you are able to track your scholarship applications. If you haven't already, you can get it. The link is also in the description. Okay. And then applying without preparation. You have to be prepared. You cannot just submit your application and hope for the best and hope for a miracle to happen. Be prepared. Prepare your documents. We spoke about this in the previous module. Have drafts, revise your drafts and finalize them. Get feedback. Because if you submit without preparation, then you're going to submit low quality applications. And what happens if you submit low quality applications? You get rejected, and you'll be rejected from time to time to time. Unless you figure out the mistakes that you are making, you will continuously get the same results. And then ignoring instructions. Do not ignore instructions. Instructions are there to guide you, to show you what the scholarship is looking for. If they say 100-word limit, stick to the 100-word limit. Don't write 300. Even if you have a lot to say, cut it to 100, to the limit that is specified. Respond to the actual question. Sometimes when I'm responding essays, no, not responding, reviewing essays, when I read the question, the scholarship question, and then I read a response of the applicant, there's a mismatch. The person is not responding to the actual question. They are responding to the question they have in their mind. Respond to the actual question. Don't respond to the don't assume what the question wants, but be sure to understand exactly what the question is asking you and what the question is requesting from you. Okay? Don't submit incorrect documents. Label your documents properly and make sure that you submit correct, complete documents. In some cases, if you ignore instructions, it's an automatic rejection. You are self-rejecting. You are rejecting yourself. So be sure to follow instructions. Don't ignore eligibility criteria. Understand first if you meet the eligibility criteria. If not, don't waste time applying for that scholarship, because if you apply without meeting the requirements, then you are going to compete with people who meet the requirements. And guess what? They will be in a better position to be selected than you. Okay? Don't overlook the requirements, otherwise, you waste time, and that's a guaranteed rejection. And then the other mistake is applying just in case. I mean, let me see. Let's see what happens. That approach lacks intention. You are not intentional with your applications. You have to be intentional. You have to prepare strong applications and submit strong applications. Because if you apply just in case, then you're going to submit weak applications. You are wasting your time. Hope is not a strategy. You actually need a proper strategy of how you're going to approach your applications. And that strategy involves positioning yourself well, getting the required experience, submitting the required documents, following instructions, not applying just in case to see what happens. And then the other mistake is applying to everything you see. You cannot apply to all the opportunities that you come across. We have already explained that. We have already gone through that in the previous modules. I've already explained the importance of picking or selecting opportunities that align with your profile, with your goals, so that you stand a maximum chance, a better chance of being selected for that scholarship. And also, if you apply to everything that you see, one, you are going to be burnt out, because you are exhausting your energy, you are depleting your energy, you are spending so much time in applications that you are not qualified for. Low quality applications, because you want to apply to thousands of scholarships, even if you don't meet the requirements. You don't focus, you are not focused, you are focused on quantity over quality. So please be sure to apply to only opportunities that you qualify for. Okay? And then the other thing is no clear system. You forget deadlines, there's no tracking, you don't know the deadline for your scholarships, you lose track of your applications. At the end, you feel overwhelmed. Organization has to be part of your application process so that you can be successful. Don't just apply haphazardly without a clear system. Have a clear system. Go get that scholarship application tracker and stay organized. Stay in track with your scholarship applications. Okay? Now, let's look at the reflection. Ask yourself these questions. Which of these mistakes have you made before? I'm sure there is a mistake or there are mistakes that you've made that I've already explained to you. Are you currently applying strategically or randomly? Do you give yourself enough time to make strong applications? Are you carefully following instructions for each scholarship? What will you change in your next application? Now that you are aware of these mistakes, what are you going to do differently in your next application? So that's something to think about. And what's next? We are going to talk about how to submit strong applications. I'll see you in the next video.